Max-Keiser is our guest for another 5 minutes. And we see the French government in trouble, the German government, the Greek government, the Icelandic government, the British government. The people are saying no to the banking dictatorship. There is a global rebellion, insurrection against the New World Order right as it's being born. As I've always said, dead on arrival. A few final calls for Max-Keiser and Gary Franchi coming up. Who is up next here on my phone list, John? Who? Okay, good. Steve in New York, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Alex. How are you?
Good, sir.
Thank you for taking my call. I'm really glad you made reference to Thomas Jefferson a few minutes ago because my question has to do with two of our root problems. One of them is the dictatorship of the Federal Reserve, and the other happens to be the way we're decentralized and we don't have a common ground to make our voices heard. What if we drafted a new Declaration of Independence against the Federal Reserve and were able to be co-signers to it on Infowars.com? Given the fact that you have millions of listeners, what if we were to let our voices and our numbers be heard?
Well, I think you think too much of me, but I am for, say, getting 15, 20 states who've got true anti-New World Order patriots in it, and then having a real constitutional convention with men of great gravitas and others there, and have it all televised, and then have them meet for a few months so the public could, chime in almost like American Idol. Imagine the ratings this would get, like to say what they wanted inside the Declaration of Independence, of course swearing allegiance to the previous system, but recodifying our independence against not King George III, but the banking cartel. It'd be a great illustration and give a avenue of resistance and a focal point. Max-Keiser.
Well, I have a slightly different opinion. Because this is basically a global problem, I think the Americans should approach it in that way. And for the caller that just called in, what I would think to do is to contact the people in Iceland and to contact the people in Greece and tell them you're behind them and we have support in the global...
I totally agree, Max, but if the New World Order falls here, it falls forever. This is like Leningrad. This is like Leningrad.
Let me tell you something. Basically, you've already got some momentum going on right now. So it'll come to the U.S. when it comes to the U.S. But in the meantime, you've got Iceland and Greece are now joining. They're creating a new joint flag.
The war is now.
It's happening right now. So people, remember Hemingway went to fight in Europe during the war.
For whom the bell tolls. Just reread it.
Going to other places to fight wars abroad because they believe in a certain way that things should be done. Now, there's a war going on right now in Greece. The Americans should be helping the Greeks fight the tyranny in Greece. Now, that's the responsibility of every freedom-loving American.
I agree with you. I just reread For Who the Bell Tolls. As he lays there at the end with his heart beating against the pine needles. What a powerful book.
Okay, well, the man is a man of principle, and where there's people out there who are, that's what the U.S. used to stand for. Wherever there's tyranny, the U.S. went to put out the fire. Then along the way came, the banking nightmare that we now know. But those people in Greece, the people in Iceland, the people in Portugal, the people in Spain, they need support, and we can help support them. I'm already in Europe. I'm already supporting them.
All right, listen.
My YouTube, which I did on Al Jazeera English, has been translated into Greek, and it has now 400,000 views.
You've done well. Yeah, I know. You're having a great effect.
It's out there. Now the Greek government is saying the exact same things that was said in that video, that they want to go investigate the fraud. They want to look at the issues of transparency. And through back channels, I can tell you that there's some communication going on. The revolution's happening.
No, I know. I'm in communication with the Greeks as well, and we're all working together, and we commend you. I appreciate Steve's call. The point is, we're on the march. The empire is on the run, and we are out of time. What do you think about what's happening in Thailand?
It's more of the same. It's just a different flavor of the same ice cream store of fraud. And, those folks are getting screwed just like the other folks in other countries. It's just a slightly different configuration. But the issues are the same. Those in power want to steal all the wealth, and the people who are workers and savers are getting...
All right, we're out of time. Max, talk to you again soon. God bless you.
All right, buddy.
We'll be right back.